lighting people, and welcome to a special edition of 5 Big Questions, live from LightFair 2023. We found ourselves at the booth of Lutron, and we're here with Brendon Van Campen, the Senior Director for Lutron's commercial business. Brendon, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
So excited to see you, excited to see Lutron at LightFair. I was going through the booth, everything looks fantastic. I saw not only the commercial and resi lighting controls, but also the shading systems, the Ketra light fixtures.
Absolutely.
So congrats on a good looking booth.
Well, thank you very much. We're excited to be here, right? Be back at LightFair here in 2023. So I'm glad you found the booth to be, exciting and entertaining. So.
No, it's fantastic and informative. So if you're coming to LightFair, be sure to check out the Lutron booth. But if not, want to learn more about your business. So.
Sure.
Mentioned earlier the Ketra light fixtures that you have in addition to the controls, and then also you have the shading system. So how does all that interplay with these different product categories affect your core business, which has been lighting control since 1961?
Well, Ketra, being a light source, right, a lighting brand that we acquired in 2018, dynamic lighting, static white, tunable white, full spectrum color, wireless, right, ties naturally into our latest generation of Athena and Homeworks, right, lighting control processors, and that tied with our native Savoya QS shading products allows us to dynamically control electric light as well as daylight synergistically on one system.
Makes sense, because the specifiers that are specifying commercial and residential places, they're specifying some of those same product categories as well.
You got it. And look, it allows us to offer a complete solution commercially or residentially to the customer, and also have a little fun with it as well, given the dynamic nature of Ketra, our shades, and our overall control systems.
I thought that Ketra, when you acquired them, I'm like, oh, that's interesting, RGB and some of the architectural features, but the way that it integrates with your stuff and creates, and I know you have a product category called ecosystem, but this is a different type of ecosystem that it really creates some nice internal play there. So,
we like to think of it as like a wireless ecosystem almost, right?
Yeah.
So
For sure.
Digital, smart, connected, full spectrum.
So Brendon, you can't have digital, smart, connected systems without microprocessors, and the world knows that anything with a microprocessor, lighting or otherwise, has been challenged with supply chain and lead time issues, and that's affected lots of lighting companies and controls companies like Lutron. So how are things today, as we're talking in May of 2023, compared to some of the challenges we faced over the last 2-3 years?
So first of all, we weren't immune to that, right? I would say today we're vastly improved, right? Today, compared to where we were, many of our products now are shipping 2 weeks or less, or even better. We've actually created a customer-facing website that you can go to. I'll share that with you later if you want to share that out to the world, just to give people peace of mind and know that, I'll call it the exact timing of our lead times today, and we're updating it once a week. So.
Fantastic. No, that's good. So updating it once a week, so your business partners know that if they want to place a pallet worth of dimmers or some graphicized system, they can
go right
kind of
to
see what it is.
Customer-facing portal, see exactly what the web or what the lead times are on the web. Nice way to do that. No,
that's fantastic. It helps everyone kind of understand the transparency of what they're getting into when they're specifying and ordering control systems.
You got it.
So you moved the company a long time, back to the late 90s. When did you start?
1998.
1998. Okay, so going back to 98, you folks certainly had competitors, but it felt like it was probably a shorter list of competitors, and it feels like every booth at LightFair now, it feels like has some sort of controls in it of some sort. So how does, given your time and given the way you've seen lighting controls evolve and the company has seen the competitive landscape evolve, you folks are still the worldwide leader, right?
I think so.
But there's lots of more competitive out there. So how would you describe the landscape and how Lutron is still able to lead amidst all the challenging competitive forces?
I think it's about focus, about what we do, right? We've been in the business since 1961, right? Inventing many of the categories out there for lighting control. I like to see more lighting control out there, right? It helps us expand the market. It helps broaden the awareness of lighting control, shades, right? Connected lighting, all of those different categories as part of the business. So for me, that's an exciting thing. And it doesn't get any better. Like to see more of it. And it's good competition, right? Like to do that. And
it also feels like the pie's getting bigger, right? So legislation has helped the controls grow.
Yes.
But then as everyone talks about controls, it's not are you going to use controls, it's which type of control scheme do you want for this project, it feels like.
Correct statement. And look, there's still a vast amount of white space out there in terms of just a switch in the wall that could be something controllable or connected, and that's the opportunity. That's what we like to focus on and drive towards.
Yeah. So one of the other things, we look around LightFair, there's lots of not only specifier customers and distributor customers that'll be visiting the Lutron booth, but a lot of these other booths are your OEM customers.
Absolutely.
And they might have bought, back in the day when you started, they might have bought your ecosystem and high-lume ballasts.
Yes, sir.
But now, of course, they're customers for your LED drivers, which are widely used throughout the industry.
Yep.
But that landscape, that OEM driver landscape has changed a lot. We saw a major player back out a couple months ago and some other interplay happening there. So how would you describe the goings on and how Lutron's still able to carve out its strong position in that sense?
That's a great question. So we look at our technology in that, I'll call it sphere, as in-fixture technology, ballasts, right, LED drivers, and also now this broadening category of connected wireless devices that go into the luminaire just like we would sell a driver or a ballast, in years past, right? So all interconnected, right? We have a thriving replacement upgrade business where we take fluorescent technology and take our digital in-fixture technology like ecosystem, right? Replace Lutron with Lutron, but now we offer even a wider solution set where we're actually showing a new product you're going to highlight a little later called the Athena wireless node, right, which is a connected wireless sensor that can talk to 0 to 10 volt or Dolly 2 products, really broadening us and making us a little more agnostic to the OEMs and customers for that matter.
Now, I've seen the Athena system, and it's the real deal. It has lots of features and capabilities and scalability too, right? It could be small scale as well as huge scale.
Yeah, and imagine a brain that can talk to Ketra, that can talk to that wireless node, make two sets of wireless fixtures together, and then shades on top. It's a great package.
Back when you started in 1998, Athena had a different meaning back then, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
It was one of the thickest anodized aluminum with a rotary dial commercial dimmer, right? The Athena dimmer.
Yes.
So you've recycled the name, but it's a completely different product that is not analog, highly digital with a smart brain and microprocessors that are shipping close to on time or on time.
You got it. So, and check that website daily, weekly as you need to.
That's fantastic. We'll throw a link to that website on the YouTube notes of this discussion.
Okay.
And I wish we had more time, but I know you got to run, and Lutron is a leader in the industry, and having a presence here is much appreciated. So thank you for exhibiting at LightFair.
Very much.
And I'm excited to check out in detail more what you have to offer here. And for you at home who isn't able to come here, be sure to go to lutron.com, check out their offerings. And Brendon, thank you so much for joining us for 5 Big Questions.
Al, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Look forward to it. Take care.
Hey there, we really enjoyed that discussion. We hope that you did as well. Be sure to click that big LED logo next to me, and what that'll do is subscribe you to our YouTube channel so you don't miss the next 5 Big Questions interview. And YouTube subscribers always receive an early preview to the next interview before we even post it on the Inside Lighting website. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.